What's good, everybody? Yogi here. Today I got for you guys a Ninja Road Season 21 guide. This is pretty much just me showing how I am currently farming it. Now, out of all the teams here, the one that you see right now with Pain, the last Sasuke, Jubito and all of them, that was a team I had made up to help out on map 9, but I actually did not use them whatsoever on this run. So basically only using 2 teams, but it is possible to do this with only 1 team. Basically, I used the first team you're going to be seeing me start off with, and instead of Heart Madara, I was using Utakata instead when I, jumped into it blindly. But yeah, I was able to beat it with 1 team the first time around. So by all means, if you want to, try to make up a team as close to, the first team I got here, you can pretty much run through it with just them. And the MVP here is 100% going to be Wisdom Gaara. He is hands down one of the most important units to bring here because of the fact that he can Jutsu seal off of his Jutsu, something that they actually allowed you to use on this Ninja Road, but also the fact that he has insane attack reduction on his Jutsu, and you're going to see him really shine on the later maps. But yeah, for map 1, it's literally just a bunch of enemies that are easily defeated. Just need to use some AoE to get rid of them, and then from there I'm going to stall back up for the next map. I decided not to even try this though, like free to play only, just because of map 9. I can see that causing so much of a headache. Even if, I try to beat it, it's just going to be really hard to do so, and then I don't know what I'll be left to work with for map 10 afterwards. So yeah, it just wasn't worth it. But best thing I can say here is, even though you can beat it with 1 team, if you're struggling to beat it, go ahead and stall up all of your chakra for all of your teams beforehand. On to map 2, we basically have the same situation as map 1. Several enemies, they aren't that hard to beat. I'm just going to go ahead and nuke them all with Madara and move on to the next map. But honestly, you could just use a Jutsu or 2 to get rid of most of them and stall back up. Perfect opportunity to stall up for your second team if that's something you want to do, Now for map 3 here, we just have Jiraiya and Tsunade. Jiraiya has a 100% chance of countering you if you're within his range, and Tsunade will use her Jutsu on both herself and Jiraiya, which will give them a vast range effect basically. So that's all you have to really look out for here. None of them really do jutsus that attack you here, so just get them down to 1 and stall up again. But I specifically switched to my 3rd team here because this is the team I'm going to be using for map 10. That's why I have a body unit on each row at least, because the main body of Kalia is heart and hits the entire map no matter what you do. So I wanted to make sure I had a good amount of body units to tank the damage from her. Also, that's why I have so many healers on my team as well. Or to be more precise, units with self-heal. Something else I forgot to mention earlier in this video is the fact that I did test out Curse Mark Sasuke with 1 body unit for map 10, the final boss. So you guys can also do that as well if you are struggling with her, or the attack pattern is too much for you to keep up with. And literally the attacker unit, if it's not a body unit, can be someone with high slip damage output. And if it's not Curse Mark Sasuke, it could be a max duped Ito Minato, because he's a 3/6 chakra at that point. But even if you have Ito Minato, don't know if I'd recommend it, just because he is a skill unit and you'd be going up against a heart boss. But it's it's totally up to you. Either one works fine. On to the first boss, we have Matsutake. And all I can really say from the few runs I have done is she will inflict you with slip damage sometimes from her jutsu. So just gonna go ahead and nuke her and move on to the next map, because after you beat her you get full chakra upon entering the next map, and that is the staple for all the bosses here. Max chakra on the next map. So nuke her and you're good to go. Not too hard of a boss either, because thankfully she doesn't have an insane amount of damage or HP. She got a lot, but it's not as bad as the last map, trust me. The last Ninja Road, that's what I meant to say. Okay, so on to map 5 here. I'm literally just going to be nuking them with 6th Path Madara, and that's going to be GG, that's it. But to give you more insight on this map, pretty much Gaara has a 10,000 defensive barrier, and then both Tamari and Kankuro will inflict you with attack weakening by 35%, and they also have a damage reduction field skill. So it's made for them to go out their way to keep Gaara alive. Gaara also had fixed damage that can go up to 1,000 depending on how close you are to him. So literally for that map, as you saw, the best thing to do there is just nuke them and go on to the next map. If not, take out all of them except, you know, Tamari or Kankuro and install it from there. So yeah, onto Amanda here. Just once again going to nuke him and move on to the next map with whatever I got going on. So he's not that hard of a boss either. Can also inflict you with some slip damage if I remember correctly. And nope, attack weakening. Attack weakening and health stealing. I'm so used to Amanda usually hitting you with, you know, slip damage, but he has some debuffs on you, but it's nothing that serious, so you just nuke him and go on to the next map. If he does chakra recovery silly, you might want to wait a few turns just so that, you know, ailment goes away before you move on to the next map, because you definitely want them to get all their chakra back on the next map for sure. For map 7 here, this is where it gets kind of hard. We have 5 Itachis appearing. All the enemies are going to have 100% mobilized resistance, not however Jutsu ceiling resistance. So this is where, you know, Hashirama comes in. And keep in mind, out of this whole run, I've done it a few times, so I'm running it according to plan basically, so that I can start off each map with the right unit. So starting off with Hashirama here, because he does have that 60% chance of Jutsu sealing for quite a few turns. So I used that, Jutsu sealed almost everybody. Main one I needed to Jutsu seal was the skill and heart one. Just got the heart one, but that's fine. Now when it comes to this map, all the Itachis, if they use their Jutsu, have a different effect, but the main thing that's ongoing is that all the Itachis have damage reduction as a field skill of some sort, and one of them has a damage reduction skill for bravery specifically. So the heart Itachi actually has the most HP, and you want to get rid of him first before the other ones, because his jutsu will actually change all of your units into bravery type. So if he pretty much pulls that off with all your units being bravery, and the fact that one of them has a very high amount of bravery reduction, you'll be doing next to nothing. So do everything you can to pretty much just nuke them. The best way to go about it. Of course, use a seal if you need to. And as far as I can tell you guys, the body Itachi will switch seal you for 3 turns if he hits you with his jutsu. The other ones I don't remember exactly, but actually I don't think I gave him a chance to hit their ultimates off before nuking them, but pretty much they all have their own little special effect they will inflict you with. But you will see here just how much HP they have in general, but specifically the heart one has. And after I get them down to 1, stall up as usual. On to map 8 here, we're at the third boss, and that is going to be the 8 Tails with both Kakashi and Guy. Very cool cameo going on right here. So of course they're going to be immobilizing resistance. I know I didn't say that right exactly, but you know what I mean. Now I made sure to actually finish off the last enemy, the last Itachi, with Hashirama there on the last map, so that I can start off here with Madara's ultimate, bunch them all together, and then from here I can follow up with Gaara's Jutsu. Now, the only thing I would advise here, whether you're using Gaara or anyone else, is make sure that you at least get attack weakening on the main boss. It's kind of important here. I also did not really care whether I hit the Jutsu seal on Guy or Kakashi here, because I was going to follow up with Hashirama, and if you didn't know, Jutsu seal can be stacked just like slip damage can be stacked. Also, what Guy and Kakashi are going to be doing with their danger is going to be immobilizing you for about 3 turns. Don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 turns. Both of them do the same thing. It's single target, so you definitely do not want them to inflict you with that. It can be a game changer, especially with how much damage output that the 8 Tails is going to do to you. Now, however, I'm also doing another technique that I showed off a very long time ago, and that is basically the endless jutsu chain. I forgot the exact term for it, it's been so long, but I'm doing that with Gaara right now. You see that he has max chakra again. This is because if you have a unit with 4-8 chakra, and then you can generate chakra off of each and every move you make, you know, between all 3 of your rows, you can basically keep hitting max chakra over and over again, and that's because he generates off his own jutsu by hitting 3. I have Madara generating again here with his ultimate. And 6th Path Madara is also the same reason why he keeps getting back enough chakra to pull off his jutsu. And of course he's really good here because he's going to avoid the attack from the 8 Tails, but just see how much damage he does to you with all that attack weakening on him. 680 was all he did to Madara, and that is also okay because he is a body type against him. So the fact that that's the most he was doing to him is an absolute joke. So I'm going to be nuking him with Kakashi here, pretty much to get rid of both Guy and Kakashi. So they are donezo, completely gone. And from here, it's basically just keep attacking him. I'm going to continually use Gaara's jutsu. Never want to use his ultimate because you want to make sure you can keep up with using the jutsu here. And I don't really care about stalling up chakra because of course I'm getting it all back on the next map anyway. Now, as it normally goes, I'm going to keep attacking. I'm going to make sure that I use Hashirama's jutsu at least once because he can potentially extend the attack weakening. He didn't in this case, but it's whatever. I just make sure that I keep attacking, and then I'm going to pretty much use someone's jutsu to generate with the second row, follow up with Kakashi afterwards to generate again, so that I get Hashirama's ultimate and make sure that he gets the last move, because again I want to make sure that I can start off with 6th Path Naruto on the 9th map. We're on to map 9 here. Clearly one of the most, I don't know, controversial maps. It's not fun to do, that's the best thing I can say. So they're all going to be mobilized resistant, and most of them have healing field skill that is really high. And the main Pain, Tendo Pain, he has an attack boost field skill that is going to send their damage over the top. So the main thing here is keeping all the units separate, if anything. Also, the main body Pain I keep saying main body. Tendo Pain, he is going to be using his ultimate, which is going to hit everybody, pull them closer to him, which means you're going to get comboed even more if all the other pains are bunched up around him. And he will eventually start stealing away your chakra and switch stealing you at the same time for 3 turns. So definitely not going to be fun to keep him around, but he's not going to be doing the switch stealing and chakra stealing part around the beginning. So first few times if you get hit with it, it's not that big of a deal. But how I'm going about tackling it is by using, you know, Naruto to separate all of them, Kakashi to follow up. Now I was worried about using all of them in the middle, but to confirm something with you guys, when I am running this now for farming it, I make sure to hit all 6 regardless. I don't take too much damage from all of them regular attacking anyway. I thought they were all long range or something, but they vary in ranges as well, so pretty much gonna be getting hit quite a bit here, but they don't have too much damage output. It's only if they're around Tendo Pain that is a real problem. Thankfully they don't do any juices or anything that would put this over the top. So now I'm gonna go with Hashirama's ultimate here. Remember, this is all according to plan. If you could start off this map with Hashirama, that could also, you know, work in your favor to Jutsu seal at least, but they're still gonna be kind of bunched together. So I use that there, making sure that I at least, you know, hit the Jutsu sealing on Heart Pain, because even though he doesn't do that much damage, he starts off doing like 800-ish. I am not trying to take that much damage, you know, starting off into this map so early. So you see my HP is kind of on the low side. I'm going to follow with 6-path Madara's ultimate. This is not necessarily a great idea to pull off, especially if you don't have enough attack power, because they're all bunched up now, and that's not really something you want to do if you can help it. But I was able to get rid of 2 of the pains. That's the main reason why I went through with it anyway. Follow it with Gaara's Jutsu, which is going to weaken them to some degree. Also Jutsu sealing the Tendo Pain once again. Then I'm going to follow up with Madara. Don't want to pull any punches here because they are just, you know, that high with their HP. You see that I was able to get rid of 1 from there. So yeah, just basically got to keep doing what I need to do to get rid of them from here. This one team definitely works to take them out, and it's pretty much because of Gaara in most cases, you know. Even without him being here though, like if you have another crazy strong nuker, yeah, you can do it without him, no problem. But map 8, he's just really invaluable. That's why I'm still running him regardless. Now I'm actually going to go out my way to try to take out Heart Pain before Body Pain, so you guys get to see just how much of an HP difference there is. But in this case, if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't need to stall whatsoever, because I don't plan on using this team on the last map. I'm just going to be using the 3rd team that I have that I stalled up earlier, and that will be it. So you won't see me stall all the way up here, but of course if it's your first time and you're trying to beat it, you want to stall up anyway. On to the last map here, we have Kalia as the final boss, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and change to my 3rd team here. Now the main idea I was going with here was get units that have slip damage and a lot of healing, because this boss can be annoying. So pretty much the only spots you're going to have to worry about, which is going to be the left hand and then the main body. The right hand only attacks with a circle around the bottom of the map, so you shouldn't be around there anyway. The left hand is going to pretty much smack whatever unit is in the way, and it will forcibly switch you out and then switch seal you afterwards. So that's what you have to deal with there. The main body will pretty much health recovery seal you, chakra recovery seal you, and can switch seal you. Now the switch seal part is not a guarantee. If anything, I learned that has the lowest possibility of happening, but chakra recovery and health recovery have a very high chance of happening, like maybe 90% chance of you getting hit with it. Sometimes it can miss, but main thing is you want to leave all your units in the top left corner just to avoid getting smacked with the hand all the time. However, you want to play strategically here and move your units down to get hit with the hand so that you can get switched out. Basically, by the main body continually using the blast, it'll be switch sealing you for a very long amount of time. There are a few times where you might get an opening to switch and change, but it's, you know, it's a small opening. So best thing you can do when it comes to switching out your units is to let them actually get hit with the skill part down there, and you're good to go. Now the main thing you need to be careful of is the fact that since the main body will have a chance of health recovery sealing you, you don't want all of your best self healers out at once necessarily, because you know obviously they won't be healing anymore. If they're in the back row, however, they're not affected by health recovery sealing. So basically by me leaving Sakura and Shizune in the background, I'm still getting like 650 healing from them alone. Same thing goes for Final Valley Naruto. He heals 500 while he's in the back. But yeah, you guys can see how much HP Kalia has lost by now. I made sure to bring Konan and Itachi because of slip damage specifically. Kisame, I really don't know. It was more like I wanted to use him, and he does have a chance of resetting on his ultimate and very good chance of attack weakening, so that can let you live against Kaguya even more, because she does still do a lot of damage even if you have nothing but body units out in the field. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys wanted to run this with like nukers instead of all these other units I'm using for slip damage and stuff, you could totally do that and be done. But anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this Ninja Row Season 21 guide. You guys enjoy the rest of the run. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if it did, by the way. Peace.